Okay, you've done some good work. Do you know what pizzicato is?
No.
No? Well, you're playing it pizzicato. That's on the violin, you know, when they pluck. And so when you're doing the staccato, da, da, ba, ba, da, da, da. And in order to learn rhythm, what do? Do you count or practice with a metronome?
Sometimes I use a metronome.
Okay. So on this piece, how did you get it so the rhythm was correct?
I just at first did it with my right hand and then with my left hand, and then I just looked at his notes. It's really helped me.
So do you feel the beat when you
Yes.
see quarter notes and then eighth notes? Do you tap your foot or you just feel it on the inside? Bum, bum. So when you
Sometimes
first
I'm
learned it.
like,
So when you get over to here, how many counts do you have to wait? Two. So one thing that might help, do you say the counts out loud sometimes?
Not really.
That might help because by saying it out loud, then you're feeling it. You know you're getting it right. So it's kind of a fast piece. So to count it that fast, you have to take a deep breath. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So, or maybe you could just go practice the slower sometimes to get the feel for it. Do you practice slow sometimes?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I'm going to have you do? I'm going to have you start it again, and we're going to play it once slow.
Okay.
And just to be real accurate, your staccatos and your notes that you connect are very good, but we can even get them a little more
I'm kind of
exact.
bad at these, like the quarter notes, because like I keep on doing it too fast, and then like it doesn't make the sound.
Yeah, and I bet slow practice will fix that.
Yeah.
So let's do about 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Can you do it that slow? Right there, we want to say 2, 3. Can you pick it up? Excellent counting here. That's tricky.
Wait. Bleh.
When you had the offbeat.
Wait.
You want to start ahead? Why don't you start ahead? Okay, good. So let's talk about this section here. Where's the melody?
I think it's right here.
In the right hand or left hand?
Left hand.
Left hand. So what's the right hand doing?
Oh, it's softer.
Okay. And do you know what that's called when you're just playing chords against a melody? What are the chords called? The accompaniment. It's a big word. Accompaniment. So it's accompanying the left hand. So if the left hand's the melody and the right hand's the accompaniment, which hand do you need to play real soft?
This one.
Yes. So very light and crisp. Bum, bum. Okay. Can you pick it up right there and play a little bit of the right hand by itself? See if you can get this right. And the way to play soft, do you think the way to play soft is to get tight or to relax?
Tightish. And relax,
Relaxed, because the more relaxed you are, the easier it is. If you're tight, it's going to get hard. Yeah, good. Okay, now add the left hand. And yeah. Yeah. with all my students, I heard this in a workshop actually. Fast practice makes slow progress. Slow practice makes fast progress. Because when you practice slow, then you're getting everything accurate. And then you gradually work at getting it a little bit faster, you know, as you get to know it better. But even then, after you've gotten it learned and you can play it fast, still needs to be practiced slow. Because you still need to feel those muscles moving. And when we go fast all the time, we lose the feel of the exact movement. I read an article about that, actually. It was about the brain and how it works with muscles. And that if we do things slowly, we feel the exact movement. But then if we do things fast all the time, then it becomes a bigger movement. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that right, but so then you're not exact with the movements. It becomes a bigger movement or overall movement, and you're not getting the details, the accuracy. So slow practice is the key. I preach that.
5 more minutes.
Okay, so we want to get to the other piece too. So what have we talked about so far?
You need to be slow.
Slow practice.
You need to like have a rest, and you need
Counting it,
to
and how do you fix that?
count.
Counting out loud.
And
I had a teacher one time that made me scream the counts all the way across the room. And that way you learn where the beat is when you do that. 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3. Then you're going to feel the beat. Now, all this is the accuracy. And then once you get the accuracy, then you can build the tempo. Don't just practice it slow 100% of the time. But I would say 75% of the time.
First start slow, and then when you learn it well, it's too fast.
Exactly. Okay. And then what did you learn about this section?
The melody is supposed to be louder than the accompaniment.
And how do you get, very good. You said that word, that's a long word. And how do you get the accompaniment soft?
To relax.
Relax, and just a little, very loose wrist. Bouncy, yeah. And then, to bring the left hand out, which you're doing just fine, what are you doing to bring that hand out?
Make it louder.
Okay, and how do you make it louder?
Use more string.
Okay, you sink more into the keys.
Oh.
You sink more into the keys. Okay, nice job. Okay, you want to play the other one?
Yeah.
We'll try to get to both keys.
3 more minutes.
Okay. We'll make this one fast. Gosh, time goes quick. Yes. Signature on this?
The time. 6/8.
Yeah, so you're feeling that very well. And you can still do some slow practice with counting out loud, but excellent job. So it's the same idea. Now this one, the melody is in what hand all the way through?
Right hand.
Yeah. So then you just play the left hand very light and bouncy. Can you do some left hand alone there? Yeah. Now just bounce really. Let me do it right where you are. And this is a good one.
Okay.
See if you can get it that way. The more relaxed you are, yeah, just turning your shoulder position. Yeah, there you go. Okay, now we'll probably work with some of the others this way, but there's what's called pretend practice that I learned from one of my teachers in college, actually, where you pretend like one hand and you play the other hand, and it helps with the balance. So you would actually just just touch these and you go.
Oh yeah, sometimes I do
See how I'm just,
Yeah.
and then that way you get the feeling of one hand being, more into the keys than the other. And it seems to work all the time. So good job with that. One other thing about the other piece I forgot to mention, and then I'll be through. Are we out of time?
1 more minute.
Okay. I forgot to mention here, you really got how many sections in this piece? Really one of them goes to here, right? And then you've got this section, the middle section, and then it goes back to the A section. So the form, you've got A, B, A, right? So when you're playing a piece and it has the different, consider that a phrase, and then this a phrase, and then that a phrase. You, rather than just jumping right into the next phrase, you might want to do like just a teeny bit, very, very subtle little space before that. So if you go, rather than, just subtle. It's got to be subtle. Noticeable, but just enough to, feel that.
Know that there's like a line.
It's a new phrase, a new melody there. Okay, nice job.